I liked gastroenterology because there's a lot of variety. It combines both a large clinical aspect with a lot of procedures as well. So there's a lot of variety. I have an interest in the liver, which is another reason I was interested in GI. And it's also a busier service and more fast-paced, so it keeps my interest that way.
The Queen's GI program is very strong in a lot of ways, and I think all the training programs in Canada are very good, but I think we stand amongst the top. And I say that with full confidence in our ability to teach an endoscopy in particular. We're bringing in new methods of teaching and a new endoscopy curriculum which has been very well received and which aims to make the training more efficient, to make it competency-based, and to reduce the anxiety of both the trainees and the teachers around the teaching. And that incorporates our new simulation lab as well.
I particularly was interested in therapeutic endoscopy, and I think if you want to do therapeutic endoscopy, another big plus of Queen's is that in your second year of fellowship you actually get to participate in doing ERCPs, colonic stents, duodenal stents. As far as I know, there's no other program in Canada where as a second year fellow you can actually do those procedures.
We have a fairly new gastrointestinal diseases research unit building which has top-notch lab research ability. There's a building GIDRU, but there's also the group, and the group is the most important part. And the real strength is that it incorporates clinical scholars and clinical scientists to basic scientists as well. So there's a lot of translational research opportunities. Our trainees have had great experience in research, and we've had trainees who spent a month in the lab and then pursued further lab research during their trainee time here, and that's certainly available, and we have numerous different lab research projects that they can get involved in. That's really where clinical research is going now, or basic science research, to try to link the lab and the patient together. Our trainees present their research at national and international meetings, and I think we instill a certain sense of pride in their research, and they believe they're doing good work, and they're very happy to go out and spread the word about what they've actually been looking into.
So there's a lot of research happening at Queen's in the GI program. We have the GIDRU building and facility that's really active. A lot of the research that they've done has been in the area of bowel preparation for colonoscopy and as well as the small bowel capsule. And I'm actually doing research with Dr. Hookie, our program director, coming up with a better bowel preparation for colon capsule. They have really good relationships with a lot of the different companies that make these different bowel preparations and the company that makes the capsules given imaging. So they have a lot of good connections that way in order to obtain funding from industry and from these different companies so they can go ahead and do some of this research. And a lot of it's very high quality and it's been published and well received as well.
The staff here have completed a course called Train the Trainer or Teach the Teacher, I think. Basically where the staff are taught how to teach endoscopy. So that in terms of mentoring and teaching, I think helps quite a bit.
I asked all the faculty from Queen's Gastroenterology to become involved in this course. It's a very intense 2-day course where basically we were taught to be better colonoscopy teachers. And there's a lot of technical aspects and a lot of educational theory incorporated into this. So as a group, within days, we said we need to change how we teach overall. And again, within a week, we all met, sat down for 2 hours and mapped out how we're going to teach colonoscopy over a 2-year period. And I think that really speaks to the solidarity of our group and the cohesion that we were energized by the educational experience, and then we decided what action we're going to take from there. We're a smaller city with all the advantages of a larger city for the most part, particularly from a training program point of view. For our residents, there's a huge resident base given the university and the various training programs. There's a vibrant community given the university again, yet you don't have all the hassles of the big city with commuting and such. But we don't lose out on the catchment or the referral base because we are the only tertiary care centre in the area, so we get a lot of very interesting cases. The intimacy of our program strengthens that as well, because if we do see something that's a little bit abnormal or out of the ordinary, then that experience gets shared amongst everybody in a rapid fashion rather than having it closed off to 1 or 2 people's experience.
Because you get to know the staff people really well, and they also get to know all of us really well. There's only 4 fellows in total. So you work together really closely, you get to be comfortable with everyone, and I think that's just what contributes to this more collegial environment as well. You don't really have the level of intimidation I think that you might see at larger centres where you're not working with some of these staff people as regularly.
it's a great environment. The nurses, the endoscopy nurses are great. It's almost more of a family kind of feel, or more that you're, as I said, just with friends working. And it makes you want to go to work every day, which I think is the most important thing.
The atmosphere of the program, or certainly the attitude of the faculty, is that we're training future colleagues, and we like to think of them that way. So there's an atmosphere of respect and professionalism and keenness to make the best gastroenterologists that we can out of them.